Sunday, so I'm going to do the trendy thing and speak from it. And the quote from a master behind the microphone, the Eminem. I only have one shot to do this, and I don't want to blow it. So I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to read and try to make eye contact as best I can. But in all seriousness, to those of you who are on the Jacobson side of the family, welcome to the greatest state in all the states of the United States, North Carolina. I don't know what New York is like. Yeah, I bet it is. Here we have guns. But in all seriousness, on behalf of Mark and Kristi, I want to thank you all for coming out tonight and celebrating this momentous occasion. This is a covenant that they've made before God, and it's a covenant that we all believe as followers of Christ is a momentous and meaningful covenant that God ordained at the beginning of creation. And so it is very significant for all of us to be here and enjoying this with you too. So congratulations. So I have the privilege of being my brother's and best friend's best man. It's an incredible opportunity for me. And in order to do this, I feel like it's most appropriate for me to tell you what it's been like being an identical twin to this guy for the past 24 years. So in order to do that, I'm going to tell you some stories. If any of you know Mark and I, Mark has clearly always been the cooler twin. Just hands down, he's been cooler. And that became clear to me in kindergarten. It happened that early. For example, we each had our own set of friends growing up. Because in elementary school, they would never place us in the same class. They just didn't want to do that to the teachers. It'd just be mean. Because they'd be like, Mark, Scott, Mark, which one? Which one are you? So they never put us in the same class, so therefore we developed our own friend groups. So whenever his friends had birthday parties, I never got invited to them. But then when my friends had birthday parties, he always made it. I don't know why. My mom told me it's because I had nicer friends, but I was on to her. That probably wasn't it. And this trend of coolness, like it's kept all the way into high school. Like especially when it came to sports. Clearly it came to sports. And I'll explain why. We both played football all 4 years. You can see we are rather athletically built. Athletically built. And so we okay, see, this happens all my life. So all 4 years we played football. We had a great time. But quite honestly, Mark was always the better player. He started every single game, and he, most of the time, played both sides of the ball while I rode the bench. He was a true athlete, clearly. He was very athletic. Our sophomore year in high school, we both tried out for the basketball team. And the list was posted. He made it and I didn't. Broke my heart. Now, when Coach Perry, who was the coach at the time, called Mark to hear his decision, Mark told the coach, Coach, I'm not going to play on the team unless my brother plays as well. And so I made it! I made the team! Now, in all seriousness, I only made it because of him, but whenever I tell this story, I always throw in there, I played more than you. Booyah. We also tried out for the baseball team that year, our sophomore year, and we both made it. Fine, dandy. That was great. He played catcher a little bit, and I played first base. It was great. However, the next year when we tried out, if you don't know where this is going, he made the team and I didn't. And I think that was the year you gave up on my athletic ability with the rest of my family because you did not offer the same ultimatum to coach. So he played every game and I sat outside the fence. I wasn't even on the field because my heart was downtrodden. I mean, even in college and post-college, like Mark clearly demonstrated his superior coolness especially when it came to the ladies.
Hey.
I had to put in work to get my wife. Like, I had to put in work to get her to go on a date with me. Oh, she's over there. When Mark went to ask Kristi out, okay? I don't know if you guys heard this story. When Mark went to ask Kristi out, he was sitting in front of her in this youth singles class at our church, and he turns around, he just, you! And here they are! I'll tell you this though, Mark is not better at everything than me. Like, there are things that I am better at him than. But, for example, okay, Mark graduated from the police academy this past year. If you don't know, he's a police officer. So he graduated, and he was given the award of top shot. That's what it's called, top shot, for having 99% accuracy with a firearm. You put a firearm in his hand, 99% of the time he's going to take the dude out. That 1% probably just ran fast. However, this morning, we shot sporting clays down at Drake's Landing. You don't know what sporting clays are? It's like skeet shooting. You take clay card that goes up, you go, and you're done. It's pretty simple. I, the pastor, beat Mr. 99% accuracy. He shot 18 clays out of the sky, I shot 30. Clearly I need to be a policeman. But also, clearly, let's be honest, he was having an off day today. I can only hope he gets his game back by tonight. Also, at my wedding reception, Mark made several comments in his speech about how more attractive he was than me. We're identical, and yet he would say, I'm clearly the more attractive one. So tonight, we're going to put this to the end. We're going to take a vote. I'm waiting for this. Let's go! This is not going to happen. I really wouldn't want to embarrass you on your wedding day like I already did earlier this morning. Just to be clear. However, to this day, Mark has pushed the boundaries of his coolness, leaving me in his proverbial dust and ash. Mark, as I said before, he is a police officer. He is a police officer for the city of Raleigh. Being one who serves and protects requires discipline in every aspect of your life. It also requires compassion to care for the least of these. Mark has never had to work hard at these. For those of you who don't know him, this is something that comes with ease for Mark. He has always demonstrated these throughout his life, discipline and compassion. From our missions trips to Mexico and Denver? Anybody?
Yeah.
Thank you. To serving the youth in our church, Mark has always set the precedent for what a disciplined man is. His self-discipline is an example worth emulating for all men, including myself. Because of this, I am convinced that Mark is the perfect man for you, Kristi, and you are the perfect woman for him. You're mature, you're well-grounded, and most importantly, you follow Jesus. You are also full of forgiveness, seeing that you have forgiven him for smashing your face with a snowball in 6th grade. I mean, there are things that happened in preschool that I still haven't forgiven him for. And you did that. But seriously, I can't tell you how excited I am to be getting a 3rd sister-in-law. It's fantastic. A 3rd sister-in-law? Can you count? I mean, having two is great. Having 3 is always better. It always is. And with this marriage, The Bread Bunch is whole. Mark is the last one to get married. So welcome to the family. And in closing, I want to do for Mark something that he has done for all three of us Bread Boys in our weddings. When given the opportunity at each of our weddings to speak, he would share with our brides the one trait that he knows we each would excel at. For Kyle, when he was married, he told Erin that Kyle would always serve her because of all the sacrifices that he's made for us growing up. For Derek, Mark told Liz that he was always going to love her and only her because Derek had never told any other woman in his life beside our mom that he loved her. And for me, in my wedding, he told my bride that I was going to faithfully lead her to Christ every day. Now, Kristi, when it comes to Mark, you and I both know that he is one of the most hilarious people that we've ever met. Yeah, I mean, it's just hands down, that's true. Now, granted, like 95% of the time, it's what my wife would describe as guy humor. So hopefully, Kristi, you'll be able to kind of teach him how to filter that every now and then. But nonetheless, he always makes us laugh. Always. Because of this, I know, Kristi, that whatever season of life God takes you through, whether it's rainy days or sunshine, Mark will always, always be able to make you laugh. So with that said, I would like to propose a toast to the bride and the groom to their new marriage. Laugh on. Cheers.
We're going to go ahead and do the cake cutting now, y'all.